Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Drifter Saloon. Ven Corbin here with the featured superstars of the MLC. Today we'll be reviewing We Want the Smoke, both Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, from now on referred to as Powerhouse Dawkins and Showboat Ford. Again, gotta mention, please don't send any sort of harassment or any sort of negative energy, blah blah blah, that kind of thing, towards the people who are given the ratings. We appreciate them taking time to be a part of it. I will say that two individuals were not able to join us for this one today, and that is unfortunately DJ Anon and Merrick's. So we will not have reviews coming from those two individuals today, but we'll have everybody else. That being said, please make sure to check out the description down below for all the content creators' links. Follow them on Twitch or YouTube, or both if you want to be super awesome. And don't forget to subscribe to the Saloon on YouTube, and maybe even follow me on Twitch if you want to be super awesome there too. But all the plugs out of the way, it's time we get into the fun part of this, and we're going to be starting with Powerhouse Dawkins. Bob sent me like paragraphs on both, so I think most of the review is going to come from Bob, and then everybody else kind of stuck with general sentences and pretty base level quick reviews. So jumping into it, we're going to review the character as a whole. He is a powerhouse with the ability to generate purple gems, so he is the Daniel Bryan replacement. There's been some rumors that Daniel Bryan might not be in future loopholes, so if you need a purple gem creator, you'll have him. If you need two and you have Bryan, you'll have two to be able to do that with. He is modern era and a powerhouse. So, Bob says, he's okay, but nothing above average or out of the ordinary. Solid free-to-play card, definitely a solid modern powerhouse card, helps fill the Dawkins requirement if there ever is one moving forward, but not someone you'll want to take up to 5-star bronze, let alone 5-star gold when compared to other powerhouses in the game. Very true. Piggybacking off of that, something that most of you should know, it seems to be the purple-red moveset is generally what people go with. The countdown gems produced from the red move is pretty good once you pair it with the purple move that can knock down the 2 turns instantly. And if you somehow have the first purple move generated where you can generate red gems, it'll just blow up the board. So, again, not a bad free-to-play card. So, Benny says, another solid free poster, the new Sika. Only one build, purple-red, see attached picture, which is the one they sent me. And then with Z-Plate, ouch, between 1.3 to 1.5 turn 1. So if we're wanting to incorporate plates here, the Z-Plate is the recommended plate, obviously, for the countdown gems. Big Papa Gaming comes in and says, solid for a free character, but does not blow my mind. David E follows up with, a buffs will go at the end of the month, but the countdown build is money. Nothing from DJ Anon today. Godflow says, basic powerhouse starter, has some fun tools to him, but nothing flashy. Goldie says, very strong for a freebie, even more so with the Z-Plate. A little disappointed about the trainer being for purple gems and not green. I'm going to piggyback off of Goldie here. This is Ven speaking. I entirely agree. I would have liked to have seen some sort of Razar replacement because I need a green gem trainer, generate trainer, and I have not gotten one yet. We need one that is accessible, but that is neither here nor there. Goldie, very spot on. I agree. J-Man comes in and says, he'll get the job done with MLC bonuses, but when the event is done, I'll never use him again, other than as a tag partner for Ford. Trainer replacement for D-Bryce, so has some value there. And like we mentioned, that is what he is the replacement for. G comes in. Gerson says, Dawkins, I'd say, is a good 7 with MLC buffs. Will probably be a 6.5 without. Good free option overall. Sheik says, Dawkins looks good, but I'm not willing to give up a precious Z-Plate for someone I don't see as strong hitter. It's true. A lot of folks are seeing Dawkins is not as high of a hitter as, some of the other powerhouses we have in the game. And when you have like Z-Plate that you could put on a bunch of other people, even Asuka, like you're not sure if you're going to want to put him on Dawkins at that point. Nothing from Merrick's. Retro says, only tried him at 2 stars, and so far he's not too bad. Bit too early to go into detail as I've not seen the previews of him yet. Sapper says, Dawkins is another great free character. Also, great trainer ability for those without Daniel Bryan. He has a couple of decent movesets. Zinker says, Dawkins is not as good as the other frees that we have seen. So some of the other previous free superstars we've gotten, Zinker thinks that Dawkins is not up there with him. But also, sorry if it seems like I'm rushing it. We have to go through 2 characters, and I don't want to, go too much on there. So we're going to jump over here to the Saloon Scores. And it is as follows. We have a 6, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 6, 6.5, 6, 7, 7.5, 7, and 6. I did give him a 6. I am actually on the lower end, so I do agree with both J-Man and Iron Sheik and 2Bob that Dawkins is not too high of a character. I've played with him quite a bit. I've watched all the previews on him, and I can't think of, when you compare him to Tech Dawkins, this Dawkins just doesn't slap. So this does put him at about a 6.9. If we removed all the low scores of 6s, there's not really a reason to remove it. A lot of people agree that at 6, that's where he sits. So steady at tier 2 is pretty accurate, unfortunately. But who knows? We may see something in the future from him that might just blow the doors wide open. No pun intended. Alright. I forgot that one of the few things I have to do on this is I have to go back into the game, so you folks might see my roster a little bit. I apologize for that. While we're scrolling, why don't you leave in the comments below what you would rate them? Especially with them being a tag team. Do you think that these two are better now than they were as their tech and acro versions? There you are. Alright, Montez Ford is a showboat, modern era. He is a chaotic showboat, my apologies, with the style of trainer that we've seen on Hall of Fame Dusty Rhodes. So he has the 10% increase for red gems on the initial board. That goes to 25 at 9k with matching red gems. So he has kind of like the X-Pac effect, the acro X-Pac. He basically generates red charges moves when you match the red gems by 1 more. At 15k, it's 2 more. And then at 50%, or at 17k, it's 50% and still does the 2 more move points. So, very solid trainer. Now let's jump over to the reviews. This is the one that 2Bob left a paragraph on. Ford is fantastic, a wonderful chase card for plenty to want to actually chase him instead of just being the monthly card. Solid protect setup, similar to Otis, but covers the whole board and feud and has higher protection. The damage setups are quite impressive too in the sense of how much flat damage can be done, but typically not a massive pin. Ford fits very well in the feud dynamic and somewhat decently in the showdown dynamic. I've been hearing a lot of people comment on who was the best showboat in the game this month is, and I took it away and said best showboat altogether. Ford, Lashley, Lex, Hogan, and ranked them all between 1 through 4. Ford falls in a very solid 3rd position for feud and tied for 2nd position for showdown with Lex. That's also true. So separating myself from 2Bob for a second, this is Ven here saying that there has been a lot of talk between the differences of how good a superstar is in a feud dynamic versus a showdown dynamic versus a blitz dynamic. People don't really mention the blitzes as much. That's just what I wanted to bring to the table because those are the 3 that we see the most. Feuds, showdowns, and blitzes. But from feuds and showdowns, that's where you see a lot of the PvP aspect come into play and how versatile, how fast someone is. So whenever someone is building a card, something to think about in the future is how well does this person play in feuds versus how well does this person play in showdowns? And then do I enjoy them enough and are they fast enough that I can get through tours without feeling too daunted? Or can I get through blitzes pretty easily without having to have some crazy setup? So, very, very good point, 2Bob. Up next, Benny says 3 words. Go chase him. Better than Z Lashley for showboat, unbelievable. BPG comes in and says, great poster, does a great amount of damage, it could do it quickly, very solid for a showboat. David E says, purple gem damage build is nasty. Merrick's did 5.5 million turn 1. Good kick out and protect gems. And that's that versatility that we're talking about. When Davey mentions like a good kick out, protect gems plus the purple gem, like we are seeing massive versatility from Montez Ford, Showboat Ford. Nothing from DJ Anon. Godflow says, has setups for everything, can do mass damage turn 1. Goldie follows up by saying, good for Showboat Marquise tips with the Pyro Protect gems, can melt people with the purple gem damage build, low charge kickout that heals, something for every playstyle. The debate of who's better, Z Lashley or Montez, will be an interesting one. So maybe that should be the question down below. Do you think that Lashley is better or Montez? Feel free to let me know. J-Man says, I rate him a top showboat in the game. Huge bonus damage for all purple on the board and great tag link. Useful trainer for showdown when facing negative 5 MP perks. Again, true. If you get him high enough, that ability to +2 is really nice. G comes in and says, Ford feels like a strong 9. With the proper plate, can do lots of damage and has an easy, effective protect specialty too. Great chase character. Sheik chimes in saying, Ford looks insane! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. He's an even better zombie Lashley. Well, we know where Sheik lies in the Ford versus Lashley debate. No comment from Merrick's. Retro says, good trainer, good card. Acro may still be better, but I want him, and I want him at 5-star. You go, Retro, you go. Sapper pipes up saying, Ford is a monster, all capital letters, saying massive damage output. He suffers from being a showboat and being adored by Merrick's. The shade here is unimaginable. Did not expect to see that from Sapper. Interesting trainer ability and is definitely better than the Canadian Hall of Fame bred. What is up with the sassiness from Sapper? Alright, all the salt. Zinker says, Showboat Ford, I think he is an excellent fighter. Thank you, Zinker. Straight to the point, and I appreciate that. Alright, folks, last but not least, we're going to uncover this, and then I should be able to just slide this bar a little bit. Okay, I mean, I guess that doesn't want to work that way. Okay, I guess you're going to see a little bit of Hall of Fame Brett over there in the side. So, Montez Ford Showboat comes in at a 9, 9.5, 9, 9.5, 9.5, 9, 9, 9, 10, 8.5, 8.5, and 9. Who gave him a 10? I just want to make sure that that is correct. Yes, okay, yep. So Iron Sheik did give him a 10. And then the Sapper, I'm sorry, Sapper, I'm so used to his saltiness and the shade he was throwing on everybody. The retro score of the week actually came from me. I put him at an 8. I understand that there's a lot of versatility with him and that we're going to see a lot from this character. But as far as it goes, I don't know. I was really high on the acro version of him, and I'll probably have to play him first, and I think that maybe he might be better. But I feel like I have to defend myself here and say, from what I've seen from the builds, I don't know. There's a little bit to be desired in my brain, and my brain says that's what I want to stick with. So, but he does come in at a 9.11. If I do remove that score, puts him at a 9.2. So he is very much at a tier 1. If you're chasing this month, I think you're making the right decision by chasing Ford. He's going to be a character that everybody's going to want to have, and you may want to have him too. So, that is everything. We went through everybody. I appreciate all the folks that could leave a review for me so I could do this today. We will be putting up another video this week, Lex Luger Wolfpack, the total package. He will be up on Monday, so definitely check that out as well. If you like the content I produce, make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and leave a like. If you want to leave a critique or give me some criticism on how I can do this better, definitely do so, because I appreciate that. And that's all I have for now. Make sure to follow all of the content creators in the description, and I will see you folks on the next one. Until then, be safe and take it easy.